Here we went. Video's gone already. There it is. The fact that I'm so scattered, that's probably why this is so frustrating to me. Okay, let's see if I can hear. So frustrating. Yay! Out of fear that closing that might mess me up, I'm just gonna open up some stuff now. So let's get my phone up here. Want to share a few things. Got to start the way I start. Hello, none. Hello, all. My name is Joe, and I come to you from the center of the world. Okay. Little place in the United States of America, in Ohio. It's not the literal center of the world, but there's a guy that made that a thing, and I really liked it. And the funny thing to me is that like I'm here. I have to bloom where I'm planted. So here I am. I hope everybody's having a great morning. As always, I just hope that the world's always doing a little better. I'm just going to set a few things up. Felt like today was the day. Today's the day that I'm ready to share. Don't care how it looks. We're going to do this live. We'll see how this works every time. Just let me change a few other things here. I'd like that world thing to be the background. Hooray. I like having the world to be the center focus here. No pun intended there. So I've been hearing from a lot of neuroscientists on the internet because I listen to a lot of podcasters. I spend a lot of my days looking that stuff up and spend a lot of time. I can't say alone because I go through, like, I call and talk to a lot of people every day. I don't like dealing with being alone, but I'm learning. I'm learning a lot. It's actually really good for me. So what I'd like to share about this morning and the neuroscientist stuff is that the funny thing to me, first thing I saw this morning was a channel I've recently been watching on TikTok. She goes over. I think she went to school for neuroscience too. Listening to enough of her videos, she talks about the creative mind versus the business mind, and I'm like, how are you talking to me this morning? Because another thing that I've been trying to stop, which might not be what I have to do, is break my habit of being on my device all the time. The difficult thing for me because I'm obsessed with technology. I just love all of the different things that we can do with it. I've built my life around it. The more that I am a part of it, the more I would like to travel and explore the world and whatever. Let's get to it. Like literally, this is how this shit works in real time. I just woke up. I've been trying to tell myself, don't look at your phone when you first wake up or before you go to sleep. It's not working. The algorithm is picking things that are perfect for me. Almost like it's especially at those times, right? The way that you're speaking to me out of 80,000 followers, I'm one of your newest ones. I own a business repairing devices and want to culture creativity, not only in myself, but for others. I have no idea how to share this stuff, so it's just getting shared like this. And the prefrontal cortex thing, I've got a hole in mine. Thanks for that. See, that's your prefrontal cortex. Okay, so I don't have a hole in my prefrontal cortex, but I do have a hole in my skull
from a sinus infection that got really bad when I was 15. And that dare I pun that it blows my mind? Dare I? Because when I feel like the world is speaking to me, I can't help but feel like I have to speak to the world. It only makes sense, right? I mean, things I do, my family thinks is a little out there, but hey, it's been working. I've owned my business, J Games and Repair, for I had a full year of full time in November. I bought the business name in November of 23, randomly, mind you. And it just so happened that it was on Halo 2's anniversary of when it released. I posted another video about that before, but let's try to get to more.
Kind of loosening.
I would like to explain a little part of that video before I get into like my walk this morning, which was interesting in its own right. I have a 4-phase plan. Repair, get really good at repairs. Flip devices, so teach people the capability of their devices, no matter how old, like it's capable of something. And I've heard that a lot of the old devices are getting scrapped for robots. Makes sense to me. Phase 3 would be the game lounge, which I have a great motto, play, learn, create. That's what I have on my regular stream on Twitch TV. Should probably just make a whatever. Let's stick with what I'm doing now. Phase 4 was game development. That's what I went to school for. I earned a course director's award for embodying the true spirit of the game industry, was the name of the course that I got that course director's award in. So I have a certain way that I feel about, I mean, because I don't know if I'm going to, I should probably just full screen this. I have a certain way that I feel about the game industry, the way I see it. Okay. As a gamer, as somebody who's loved gaming growing up, I care very, very much about it. So let's see how large I can make this. I think this will go sideways if I just tilt my phone sideways. I love this about the computer, by the way. Will it fix itself? It should. Maybe not. Let's try this again. I did not want to take a screenshot. I wanted you to go horizontal. Landscape, please? Please? Maybe? It doesn't like me. Is my phone getting camera shy? Is that what's happening right now? Is my phone getting camera shy? I'll just play it. Whatever. Come on, dude. Beautiful. Yesterday morning, I had my buddy Jeff pick me up, or he called to see what I was doing. And I've been having this funny occurrence where like I'm thinking of somebody, or like there's something that I'm doing that relates to them, and they just know. So he called me, picked me up for coffee, and we drove by. There's like a bridge that gets to where I live, and I'm not used to like coming that way. So I wanted to walk to the bridge because it's within walking distance. And that's the view that I get. I think it was beautiful. But I saw this. Oh, shoot. Silly. Well, it's beneficial to look at myself on the stream. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen it. I'm glad I caught that. I curse a lot. You're kidding me, right? There's a bug in there. I don't know if you can see that. Little pill bugs, roly polies. Mother Nature claimed that for sure. A whole bike, dude. This still blows my mind. I can't believe I spotted that. On the first morning, I decided to go for a walk in my neighborhood. First morning. I hear so many neuroscientists talk about how you're supposed to walk. Well, you're supposed to see the sunlight, like you're supposed to see it when you're waking up. And I wake up first thing in the morning. To see that? Dude. That's how the industry's being treated right now. Going after their own shit. Creativity over cash any day. So by going after their own, I meant it is on auto rotate. I wonder why I can't get it in landscape. I thought it might fix it if I tried that. Oh, I see why now. It's just the gallery. Okay, let's try this again. So I'd like for you guys to actually see that sunset in a very in like better quality. Because I look at it one more time before I leave. And that would be Xbox, this one. Are we not going to play the video sideways? Oh, I might have recorded that one upright. Of course. Of course. But by going after their own I meant like the AI and like the way the world's going, their personal stuff. At least it's the way that like people see it. Right? Like the people that aren't involved, they don't know what to think. And granted, I think they have a busy enough life that they're not going to tell you. I mean, secrecy has been a huge thing in the game industry for a very long time. Very important reason would be to build up hype. If you tell everybody everything as you go, you don't get anywhere. If any of my teachers see this, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I've never worked for the industry, despite how much I love it. This, because I saw this coming back up. Next time I need to go with like a backpack trash can. The things you take care of have a tendency of taking care of you. So then, yeah, I was a little rude after that. Just don't treat your home like trash. Stop. It's important. If you want your life to change for the better, treat it like it's better. End of story. Yay. The rays of light. That's pretty much why I had to turn around. Beautiful. Why? Why treat it so bad? Really? Oh, that was the main thing I wanted to share this morning. The main thing, because I'm one person doing what I feel like is typically overwhelming to me, and just I feel like people have to care more. I don't know if it was a habit, like that was a theory I had. You know, if it's been a habit and habits are hard to break, was it Winston Churchill's quote? Matter of fact, I wonder if I could find it on my phone because the AI with this stuff is amazing. Chains of habit. No, it's not on here. Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. Very important for our area because Trumbull County deals with a lot of addiction, to speak of it generally. And that's just, it's an important issue. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. The good days of gaming may be over, but looking at the past, it has a tendency to creep up on you. It does. I've been trying to declutter from roughly 10 years of feeling bad and being depressed, and man, focusing on trying to better myself has been the best thing I've ever done. I was diagnosed with stuff that put me on a map, so to speak. Let's see what I can do. Felt like there's something on the internet that I wanted to share, like the browser. Now I can't quite remember. But spread it. Maybe that's what I should share. So the channel that, obviously, if you're here, you're watching right now anyway. I made this channel to... It was originally my way of trying to support everybody. I have so many friends that want to have creative endeavors. I started business networking roughly a year ago. Like, literally, it's summertime. It was roughly a year ago. A little over now. Met one person who's amazing. She's invited me to every business networking like group that I've been a part of, and she's just incredibly supportive. I want to be able to have people on here, have like my own podcast, which I also find funny. Maybe I should click that real quick. They called it, instead of Diary of a CEO, it's Diary of a Joe Vero. This is silly. It's like even the Joe Rogan. Just having fun. Like, this is just, the creative life is what I want to live. Like, that's, I don't want to drop that. I hate the mundane, do the same thing over and over again. It doesn't bring out like who people are. And that's what makes you valuable. Like, the way you see the world in like your particular way is different from everybody else. And that's always going to be the case. So spread it. Spread what you're about. Spread what's different. Bring your value out. Make the world more abundant than it already is. And it's pretty abundant. I mean, like, I thought of how abundance is a problem in itself. But yeah, spread it. Like, this whole mind thing, that I find the thought of the symbolism I wanted to make funny. I wonder if I have that video sitting somewhere where I found, I wanted to make like the logo, which is like right down here. I wanted it to be like spreading the brains so that you could see like a portal coming out. And like, to me, the symbolism's funny because I have that whole, you know. So hopefully this is a good thing to do. I mean, only time will tell. But the biggest hurdle I have found for myself is to share myself. Raw, unedited, like an artist. It's like being naked in front of a crowd. You have to be a little scared. According to Arthur Brooks, which I've been obsessed with lately, about a week or so, I've looked into his podcasts and stuff. They're great. His life is super interesting, to me at least. Behavioral scientist. He says excitement, fear, and deadness are 3 sensations in your gut that you should be paying attention to when making a big life decision. I think he's right. I'd really love to see like the science behind that the data and everything. I only have so much time in a day. And as I was explaining earlier with the repair business that I have, it's a lot to do on my own, but man, has it been worth it. I even had a former boss ask me if I could buy their buildings, and I was like, I don't know. Like, what constraints do I have if I do that? And first of all, like, where am I going to get that money from? Because I've only been able to survive so far. I've been able to have like 2 months where I make almost double what my bills are, and they're not very high relative to other people, I'd imagine. Who knows? But only 2 months so far. I've had a couple of interns. I've had to clean up after that. I haven't made a structure so much that I can offer a full-time job or a part-time job. I can only pay by, I try to pay by the hour depending on the job, but it's been difficult. It's been really difficult. They just went to the bank. Apparently the thing that I've been doing is called an owner's draw. Perfectly legal, but he said that it would be better if I pay myself by W-2. So I'm about to be doing that. Told them to give me about a month to acclimate to the change. I just got approved for debt consolidation. I need to be able to have them go over the numbers again because I think they're missing at least one thing. So I don't want them to ask for too much without actually including it. But yeah, okay, so let's get back to the reason that I'm doing Spread It. I want to bring people on. I want this to be the way that I network and market, like to be able to to be able to have referrals for them through a platform like this, because a lot of the things that I get to do, that I feel I get to do, you do every day throughout the day while you can. So like at BNI, which stands for Business Networking International, is to do it outside of BNI. And I've had a great idea for our group to say this is our personal inner circle. Look at our pics. See what I did there? And I want to be able to post like their information, their websites through my website. So like I would just have the links to share to their stuff. And if I'm to circle back to the fact that I'm too spread out with my information, the things that I've had, it's another daunting task. It's another big daunting task. And most of this stuff I just need time for. And something like yesterday, I was so drained by like midday. It was about 3 or 4 just from talking to 3 different people. And I have a fear, like, and I know that I literally just told one of my friends this morning, I've heard countless times that you have to, the treasure that you want to find is typically in the things that you are afraid. Like that door that you're afraid of opening, that thing that you're afraid to do. This is one thing that I've been afraid to do. Share myself raw. To show the messiness that is myself in this way. And I have so many different channels. I was hoping to use this channel as one that I can take snips from, like clips, and be able to share them on those other pages. So if I could do shorts on this one to take clips of, if I could take, say the stuff that I did for myself. Like, so if I emulate being an employee for my company by doing the W-2 instead of owner's draw, then I can do the same thing with this channel to where I can be an example of somebody I would help through J Games and Repair. So if I take a short from here, announce J Games and Repair, this would be the center of it all. See, center of the world. We getting there. It just feels right. I typically make half a plan And then I pray about the rest. Like, hey, God, whatever you want me to do, however you want me to put it together, I have faith that you'll speak to me. And he has a couple times. Few, but it has been an amazing, amazing couple of years of my life. It's been really hard. But like I said before, I wouldn't trade it for anything. So, like, even going back to talking about the former boss asking me if I would buy the buildings, with the constraints that they have, no way. No way. Being an entrepreneur is so much better. And I may be 35. Some people may say that that's old, but I've got a chance to do something different. I've got a chance to go fast. You're gonna have to just bear with me with the puns because I'm obsessed with making puns. I'm a dad. I love dad jokes. So yeah, what else? What else really should I share this morning? Wish there were people talking to me right now, because then I'd be replying to stuff. Maybe 26 minutes is good enough. And maybe from now till about an hour and 15 minutes, I can make these clips and share with J Games and Repair. So if you came this morning to listen in, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. One of the easy ways for me to stream is just to say hello none, hello all, because typically there's nobody watching. And if you say all, you're covering everybody. So it's Tuesday, July 28th, 2026. Where I'm at, Eastern Standard Time, it's about 8:45 a.m. And if this reaches you, whenever or however it reaches you, I hope you have a wonderful day.